Back, everybody, to another episode of the Morning After Pill Show. I'm Chris.
Hey, what's going on? It's Victor. We have a guest on this episode, Patrick C. Huerta, local comedian, also has a podcast, the BarbacoaCore Podcast.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't going to try his name because I would have butchered it. My white ass.
Huerta.
Yeah, I can't roll my R's.
Huerta. Whenever I tried to explain how to do the R's, like the rolling R thing, I told somebody to just try to say a D sound, like Huerta. Like you just try to do a D.
Yeah, I still don't see that working for me.
Yeah?
I already butchered the English language. I'm not going to butcher the Spanish one, too.
Yeah.
It's hard enough. It's hard enough being white in a sea full of Spanish people.
You are so fidgety.
Well, there's just too much fucking clutter right here, dude. I couldn't deal with it. It just wasn't organized. I had to fucking fix it. I feel better now.
Good.
That's any
Good.
constellation.
Good. I'm never going to feel better.
No constellation.
If it's any consolations,
Yeah.
like in the sky,
No, those are constellations.
Constellations.
That's why I stopped for a second.
if it's any consultation,
I think that's just when like you're asking someone for advice.
it's when you go visit your rhinoplasty doctor for free.
Yeah, and then they tell you how much you're gonna have to pay to get all your shit fixed.
So remember that one time when I read really stupid tweets?
I feel like that's what I do on a daily basis when I go on Twitter.
Right? So I have really stupid headlines. So at work the other day, I played a game with some people. I told you about it earlier,
Yeah.
but I think this is a fun idea. We would read a headline, and then you would guess what race the person is that they're talking about in the headline.
Only you could get away with that shit.
I really shouldn't be able to get away with something like that.
But you do because you're ethnic. If my white ass went up to just a sea of colorful people and was like, "Let's play a game as what race this is," right away I'd be fired. I'd be ridiculed, blackballed. People would just be in arms over my.
You won't get arrested for anything, though.
I won't get arrested, but I'm sure as hell would probably get my ass whipped once or twice. Someone's gonna be like, "This motherfucker's crazy." It's just not gonna happen for me.
I get it. I understand. You know, here's what my opinion is. It's not going to help my case at all on any of this, just so you know. But I'm only ethnic just because I'm a little brown on the outside. You've gotten to know me. I am no way by any means heavy on the Mexican culture.
No.
I speak Spanish on occasion.
Like when you talk to your parents?
When I talk to my parents. It all just really depends. Like, you've gotten to know me. I'm not necessarily ethnic in that manner.
No, I mean, you're definitely white on the inside.
I'm definitely white on the inside. I don't know, what would you call that? Culturalization? No. I've been gentrified.
Maybe that might work.
Yeah, why not, right?
It might work.
I was educated here. And where I went to high school, I mean, education there, I mean, you really had to dig for it. You really had to, like, pay attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. Looking back, like, school, I don't really remember learning anything in school, but I remember learning how to remember everything. Yeah. Schools don't teach shit. If school's really going to teach shit, they teach you how to do your taxes, how to grow your own food, and all the other shit. They don't do any of that, because in order to do any of that, you got to pay the government in order to fucking do any of that shit. Dude, you can't go fishing without a fishing license.
Right.
You can't grow crops or grow shit like that unless it's a very small garden in certain areas. Like, you have to pay for fucking everything. Schools don't teach you shit except for how to remember what happened in a history book that's clearly outdated and clearly one-sided.
So this is going to lead me to, let me just read a few of these articles. Not even articles.
You should save that for the next episode.
I want to give you just one.
Every one of them for me is just going to be white guy Florida.
Well, no, we're not going to play that game. I'm just, because this doesn't apply to that. But this is a lot like that one time when I read stupid tweets. These are like the dumbest headlines I've ever read. We'll play that game another day, don't get me wrong. That, and when I told somebody about this game, somebody goes, "Oh, Charlemagne the God plays that game." Motherfucker.
Who's he?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I don't know who that is.
So, he rapped once.
And now
he just married someone famous, right?
Is that what it is?
I think that's really like how you become famous nowadays. You just like smash somebody like semi-famous, then when they hit it big, you divorce the fuck out of them.
The Kardashian theory.
Yeah, that's basically how it happens. No one gave a fuck about them until they started fucking everybody in everybody's basketball team.
True.
Then it was like, oh my God, they're famous.
Okay, so this one, just because we talked about education. Ready? We hate math, say 4 in 10 Americans. A majority of Americans is what it says. 4 in 10 Americans, dash, big ol' hyphen, a majority of Americans.
All right, there's already one thing that's stupid about that, is it said majority, but clearly 4 out of 10 is not the fucking majority. And it goes without saying, math sucks, so why even write an article about it?
Breathing oxygen linked to staying alive, and this article looks like it's a good piece. These are 2020.
Yeah, but the IQ level of the people writing it is very low.
It's not 2020. Let's see here. One more just for that sake. Homicide victims rarely talk to the police these days. I'm just going to put my phone down after that. There's plenty more.
In all fairness,
that's not wrong.
They probably tried to talk to him before they were murdered. But they just were like, nah.
My thing is,
ask me if I'm still selling makeup, and I'll know to call help.
It's not even just about how stupid it is. It's if you think about the process of that when it went out, right? Like, somebody reads that headline.
All right, so the dude had to write it. Then he had to brainstorm of what to title it.
Right.
Then it went to
the editor.
Well, before it goes to that, it's got to go to whoever to say, okay, we're going to send that to editing.
Yeah, they have like
so there's already two slightly stupid people involved. Then it goes to editing, and the editor's like, my vision of an editor being told, here, read this article, is going, yeah, no, it's good. Because there's always some like misspelling, mistyped shit. Like there's always something wrong with almost every article you read. No one ever proofreads anymore. No. I think they all just expect fucking Microsoft Word to just underline the word that's misspelled.
Yeah.
And I think they just don't even worry about that anymore.
They don't even actually like look at the content.
I read
it's the newspaper and it's 2020. Maybe that's
so. There's a third person that's already stupid. Then before it actually goes to like print, someone probably reviews it one last time. And then it goes to print. And then when it comes out of print, there's got to be someone that's like, all right, this is good. We're going to go ahead and send these out to all the newsstands and everywhere.
Yeah, and so then you're going to have people that buy it.
There's an average of 5 slightly stupid people that probably handle that article before it makes it to the public.
It's crazy.
And then think about the amount of stupid people that read that, and they're like, dude, fucking A, yeah. 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Wow. God. The majority of Americans really do. They just go and believe it. Just go and believe everything that you're being told. How fucking dare you?
There's got to be a way to, like, limit the number of outlets for news or news.
Right.
Because what's really news anymore? I say this often. I remember when I was a kid, like, I remember sitting down and watching the news. Like, I used to watch the news as a kid, and I was, like, excited to see what was going on in the world. Then there was always that, like, one segment where, like for 10 minutes, I talked about good shit, like things that weren't trying to kill you, eat you, fuck your kid, or rape you, or whatever. Now it's just straight scare tactics on every news channel there is. There's like 2 people trying to do stuff like that. John Krasinski or whatever does good news.
Yeah,
like he actually started doing something.
The guy from The Office.
Yeah, that's not
Jim.
Or Jack Reacher, isn't that what it is?
Yeah, he's doing
but it's nobody gives a shit anymore about anything good that happens, and I think they might rely on social media for that.
Too much.
But social media's
not the news.
Lies. Because
then again, when you're reading the news, you're either going to get like super depressed. You may not trust it, so you get like super paranoid. Then you have people that overreact from what they hear. Like, I don't think
the majority of people, 4 out of 10, right?
Yeah, 4 out of 10. The majority of people
get something up their ass.
They actually get driven by that fear.
Yeah,
which is crazy. That's if you put people together. Like, I have this theory that if you put a big, massive number of people together, like, the amount of thinking that you go through actually does kind of dwindle down, because you look around and you're like, well, how's everybody reacting to this? And you get dumber as a group. Once you're alone, and the longer you're alone,
well, yeah, I mean,
you get actually a little bit more intelligent.
One of the most followed people on Instagram is the fucking Kardashians.
Right.
They are not bright.
No.
They're not bright at all.
They're also incredible business women, though.
No, they're not. They have people that do business for them.
Exactly.
They just put their name on it. They're the majority of that they're not doing. It's someone they hire, which just goes to show you could be stupid, have money, and still be rich.
Yep.
Yeah.
To me, that is good business, though.
That is not good business. That is
They're like,
horrible.
hey, I want this done.
No. That's like...
Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I guess
and then they do it.
They're like, yeah, I'll take your money, whatever. You want to look like a retard? That's fine.
Yeah. For some, it works. Doesn't Kim's Kardashian's, like, whatever she has going on, isn't she actually, like, good at it?
She's not even, like, the most rich one out of the family anymore.
No.
I think it's the young one that everyone used to make fun of because she looked like a horse.
Yeah.
Have you seen, dude? Oh, yeah, someone posted.
But didn't she, like, do it all on her own? Isn't she the only one that did do it all on her own?
No.
Oh.
People donated money to her to make sure she'd be the youngest billionaire.
Donated money to her?
They donated money to somebody who was already on the brink of being a fucking billionaire. There were people out there that were like, you know what? I got $10. Let's send it to her to give her more fucking money.
No.
Just so she would be the youngest billionaire.
No, I'm so disappointed.
That's fact. That shit happened.
So disappointed in
How
people.
dumb do you have to be
to donate money
to somebody who's not doing anything? There's no cause for it or anything. It was just an article that said she was so close to being the youngest billionaire, and people were like, I want to contribute.
No, you don't. Then buy the product.
How about just invest that money you were going to invest in Dum Dum over there and try and make yourself a billionaire?
Exactly.
That would have been the coolest thing. Instead of trying to make someone else the youngest billionaire, how about you make yourself the youngest billionaire by doing some shit?
Yeah.
Instead of donating your money to somebody who's dumb.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Kardashians. I've always hated when that show came out. I hated hearing about how many basketball players they fucked. I got tired of all of it. Within like a week of hearing Kardashian, I was like, yeah, fuck these bitches. But everyone else is like, have you seen Keeping Up with the Kardashians? I'm like, no. I would like to see someone drive a car through their house.
How do you feel about that fucking Jersey Shore? Just as stupid, right?
That's just
and they're not even rich.
No, that was just... You just put a bunch of egotistical maniacs and hornballs in one fucking house and we're like, okay, try not to fuck each other. Don't let your steroids get in the way of the show. And that's just all they did. They were like, jacked up, like, Arr!
I heard something that they were putting out another season. Like a family reunion type season. Where are you going to shove shit like that? Where are you going to shove shit like that?
How have we run out of good ideas?
Long time ago.
How?
A long time ago.
How the fuck have we run out of good ideas?
I don't know. People, it's not that we're running out of good ideas. It's that people aren't accepting good ideas anymore. It's that same level of stupidity is still being drafted out there.
Everyone's like, I can put the time in to like getting to know like certain characters and watching their development on shows.
Yeah.
Or I could watch a bunch of washed up fucking tan douchebags from Jersey talk about how great their life is. But at the same time, cry every 2 seconds about how shitty their life is.
True.
I'll never understand that shit.
I don't know either.
They are literally social media in real life. That's what I think Jersey Shore is.
And it was before social media got real big, right?
Yeah, I honestly think that's what it is. I think that's exactly like in front of the camera, in front of your friends, they're all fucking badass. They're like, my life is so great, taking selfies and shit. Blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as you close the door, put a camera in front of them, what do? Break the fuck down.
Oh, yeah.
And they start realizing, my life's kind of shitty. I kind of hate myself. I can't believe. And then they wake up the next day and they see like 4 people around. They're like, yeah, fucking great, man. Woke up, wonderful, cried all night last night. Don't care.
Yep.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
I really was kind of hoping that...
I do all that without the camera.
I was kind of really hoping that like people who didn't wear masks were going to suffer during all this. And I feel like I was not rewarded.
Well, that's going to be your 4 out of 10 majority.
I was kind of hoping that this would make people smarter, this whole situation.
Yeah.
But it clearly just forced people to watch dumb videos on YouTube for dumb opinions.
We had a great opportunity there, and I think it's lost.
Yeah. People could have like really done research, really became smarter, really weeded out fake as opposed to like real. but no one gave a fuck. They were like, UFOs are real, 5G is a thing that's causing everything.
But you won't believe that this actually is affecting people, like people.
No, I totally agree.
No, I'm not saying you. But I'm saying, like,
people in general.
In general, yeah. Here's okay.
My body, my choice, right? But you can't have an abortion.
Okay. Or you death penalty. We talked about that with
Patrick.
With Patrick, yeah. But whenever you read something and you're like, well, some old man died, and then a lot of these people are like, well, that wasn't my grandfather, that's not me, blah blah blah. That's still someone's grandfather. That's still it still means somebody to somebody. What the fuck is your problem?
Because people are so detached from society
because of
social media. When you can stare in your phone and dude, that's the thing that bugs me a lot about social media too, is like I'll ask people on a regular basis, how many friends do you got? And they're like, I got like 300 followers on Instagram. And
not what I meant, man.
I'm like, cool. How many of those have you like seen in person, met? Well, I mean, they send me messages and like my shit. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
I like cat pictures. Doesn't mean I own every one of those cats. It's just people are so detached because of social media and all that stuff, and it's just become a norm now that no one, unless it affects you directly or whatever famous fucking douchebag you follow, if it doesn't affect you or that person, you really don't care.
Nope.
Like, people were crying when, like, one of the Kardashians got cheated on. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, fuck her. Everyone's like, I can't believe they would do that to her. Well, have you seen her show? Because after 10 minutes, I'm fucking annoyed. I'd fuck anybody else but her.
Yep.
It's terrible.
All I can say is yep to that one. Just, yep.
God, just... I can't even, like, I have to walk out of a room if someone's dumb to me. Imagine, like, being stuck with that person and having to sleep with her.
Yeah.
For, like, and have to listen to the... And then the other two fucking little gnomes. And then the whole family of gnomes. Like, oh, my God, dude. Your mom was only famous because she fucked OJ and married a fucking lawyer that was remarkable.
Right.
That's the only reason why that whole family is even fucking famous. The only reason. If OJ wouldn't have killed that bitch, no one would give a fuck about the Kardashians. They still would have been bottom tier bitches.
So he really did do the worst thing in this country, and there's a reason why it impacted this country the way it did.
Yeah, who would have known that 20 years later?
Symptomatic.
Who would have known that 20 years later those offspring would grow up to ruin society?
Fucking OJ.
Whether he killed her or not, he definitely ruined the future.
He was the shit in those fucking Naked Gun movies, though.
Yes, he was. I think he was only in one, right?
Yeah, I think he was only in one.
Yeah.
33 and a half or whatever. 33rd and a half.
All those are great.
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
let's wrap this up. Guys, we do have, we brought back our affiliation, so if you go to our website, we got Adam and Eve right now is doing 10% discount. Go to the link on our website or in the description below.
Just go to our website and look at all the shit we have.
Well, I'm going to put a link in the descriptions now. And then we also brought back Gainsbox. Gainsbox is doing $10 off if you sign up with them. And there is a promo code on there that I will attach on there for $5 off your order. Gainsbox is your monthly subscription for fitness and supplements. So, and then, of course, Audible.com. If you guys want to give the gift of Audible or for yourself, considering really you don't want to read. I know that most of our audience is not readers. They are not readers. Jesus, that's not going well. Anyways, audible.com, and Audible will hook you up with some of that.
Just go to the
books
website.
On tape, audiobooks, good choices. I did Stealing Fire. It's a pretty good book. It's pretty much
just go to the website.
Just go to the website.
Just go to the website.
Go to the website. Go to the link. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Chris,
give us what we deserve. 5 stars.
5 fucking stars. He's right.
You
heard it from Chris. Send it for Chris for Senate. And go to themorningafterpillshow.com for our new merch. We do have neck gaiters on there. We already know about what happened that fun day when those things came out. But they are neck gaiters, not face masks.
And headbands.
You can use them to... I mean, they're really multi-use.
Yeah, you can use them as... You can tie down someone's arms and...
Have some fun.
Yeah.
Have some fun. And a new hat just came out.
Whatever you got from Adam and Eve.
The Maps hat is what I'm just going to call it. The Maps hat. Kind of like the play on the MAGA hat.
Just pissed off about 15 people by saying MAGA.
MAGA.
Anyway, guys, enjoy this episode.
All right, guys, everybody. Patrick C. Huerta.
Yeah, that.
Enjoy.
What's up, everybody? This is Chris and Vic from Morning After Pill Show. We want to talk to you real quick about our sponsorship, Manscaped.
That's right, manscaped.com, which is the number one trusted men's brand in below-the-waist grooming. Right now with quarantine, there's not a lot going on. If you have a hairy nutsack, you might as well spend a little time out of these next X amount of days taking care of your nuts.
We don't know when this is going to last, let's be real.
Yeah, if you're with your lady right now, you need to get that Lawnmower 3.0.
And even if you're not with your lady, such as myself, I know that I'm not getting any, but when it comes time, I'm going to be prepared.
That's
My
right.
stuff's going to be nice and trimmed, looking good, pristine, as you might say.
Yep.
Now, Manscaped is always forever changing the game of
They got their perfect package 3.0. Perfect engineering tools with their kits. You got the cropper, which is kind of like a deodorant. Then you have the toner, which is more like it's basically like a ball body spray. Yeah. And it smells incredible.
It does.
The perfect package 3.0 kit comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, which is a waterproof, very efficient body groomer. So it doesn't just work on your nuts. It's made for your entire body. All of it. So if you're somebody like me, that's going to put you to work. That's like a good week right there.
It's at least a week.
So inside the perfect package, you'll find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You're probably going to be sitting on the couch with your hand on your balls anyways. Am I wrong?
Might as well be smooth and soft.
Right. You can also subscribe for the perfect package and get a new replacement blade refill for your lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door for every 3 months, which is about the right amount of time. That's if you're keeping your stuff nice and taken care of.
Yeah.
So right now, for a limited time, you're going to get 2 gifts with the Shed Travel Bag, a $40 value, and the patented high-performance anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs.
Which are fucking amazing.
Yes,
sauce.
I look forward to when they're clean and I can wear them again.
Yeah,
I'm not even lying.
Like 7 more pairs, dude. Now, this is the perfect package for your perfect package.
Pretty much.
All right, now you are going to get 20% off plus free shipping with the code MAPS.
MAPS.
That's it.
At manscaped.com.
So do yourself a favor. Do everyone a favor that's going to see you from the waist down and get yourself the Manscaped perfect package deal.
Yep.
20% off, MAPS promo code.
MAPS at checkout.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. But, this show really doesn't have a premise. I mean, we'll ask a couple questions for audience sake to get to know you. But
yeah, right on.
Other than that, I mean, it's really just bullshit. I got some ranting I want to do, and you're pretty much going to just weigh in whenever you want to.
You got some ranting now that you're back at work. You're like, I need a vacation.
No, dude, it's not even that. So I did a thing not too long ago.
All right.
I posted on the internet. I posted on Facebook.
This wasn't a while ago.
This was literally like a couple of days ago or yesterday. But I posted something on Facebook. It was just an article, and I did it through the Morning After Pill Show Facebook page at first, and it just said, "What are your thoughts?" And it was a Washington Post article, pretty much saying that this whole thing is a hoax. That it's like the craziest thing. It was a
media hoax.
Yeah, it was a media hoax, basically.
They blew it out of proportion, scared everybody into acting the way they did.
And this is Washington Post?
Yeah, it was a Washington Post. So, I mean, they're,
okay.
I guess, supposed to be professional, whatever.
Yeah. They're all supposed to be professional, and most of them are just trash.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. But, so I post that, and then I shared it on my own personal page, and I said the same thing. What are your thoughts? What the fuck do you think about this? I didn't say whether I agreed or disagreed, right? Dude, I got hammered by people.
On which side?
So I had some people that I went to high school with. One girl was pretty much saying, "Oh, my grandfather died through the complications of COVID-19, and there's no way that this is a hoax, and how fucking dare you for even saying that you agree?" I was like, pfft. I didn't even read all of them.
It hasn't been 10 years, so you can't talk about it yet.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what to believe. I am afraid of it just because it's everywhere. It's in all, the media and all that stuff.
Not
And then
Madagascar.
yeah, but my wife was supposed to go back to work, or she's supposed to, because she works in restaurants. So she was scheduled to go back to work, and they had a meeting today, like a safety meeting type of thing, and just to kind of explain like how fucked up it's going to be. Like they still have to do social distancing.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be a pleasant experience for the people that go to the restaurant. And so even if she does go back to work, she's not going to make any money. So
No.
she's going to be exposed to all these people that are probably going to be pissed off about the experience, and they're going to take it out on her for the tips. So I just told her, like, just tell them you can't go back for like another 2 weeks.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir, dude. Like, we both work in restaurants, so...
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't for having my daughter and not having childcare, then I'd have to go back to work.
Yeah, because I'm not even worried
But
about us
legit
getting
excuse.
I'm not even worried about us getting sick or anything. But like we haven't even seen our families, because we take this quarantine thing pretty seriously. Like my mom, she's on medications that kind of diminish her immune system type of thing.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, you gotta stay away.
Yeah, I would hate for her to get sick off of something that we caught off of work. It just wasn't worth the risk. And then I really didn't want her to be part of phase one as it is. I don't want her to be the guinea pig to go out there and stuff. But on the same side too, like, or on the other hand, like, I don't know if this is a hoax. Would I argue if it's a hoax? Probably not. Do I want to believe it's a hoax? Very much so.
Right. A lot of us want to believe that it's just propaganda, that anybody that's going through anything right now, it's all COVID.
It's a real thing, but we could have already been practicing social distancing and wearing masks, like being quarantined for what, a month?
Yeah, it was a little over a month.
Yeah, being quarantined for at least a month. I think it did a lot of good, but like, it's a real thing, but it doesn't affect as many people as you think it really would. Like, it affects everybody, but like, you only show certain symptoms, and it's not a big group of people that it really truly affects to the point where you have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Number wise.
Yeah, I'll put this up front. I'm an idiot. I don't read the news. I read headlines. Like, I'm not going to preach to anybody about anything. But it hasn't even peaked here in San Antonio, like it has on the East Coast or West Coast.
Right.
And they're just now hitting the curve. You know what I mean? And so why we were the last ones to close, so why are we going to be the first ones to open up? Like, it's just too soon. It's just too soon if it is something to be concerned about.
Like in Texas.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And they're going to continue. Did you see they're going to continue to go drinks too?
Yeah.
Go Abbott.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever, like, everybody's doing those go away, those takeaway miniature bottles, the airplane bottles and shit.
Yeah.
Like, we just picked up some from TC's, $2 margaritas. Like, shout out TC's, sponsor the podcast, whatever. But $2 margaritas, you have to buy something. So we had to buy more food because we just finished eating. But $2 margaritas, those little bottles, I mean, shit, they're gonna kill it, dude. Everybody's killing it with the take home, the beers to go and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, they are.
Yeah, if you're staying at the hotel right next to where I work, you get to take a drink to the hotel. Yeah. That's about as far as we're going right now.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. But yeah, I was gonna get back to this whole scrutiny, this whole thing. Like, if anybody knew who I was, you would think that I understand the situations that everybody's going through. I'm an understanding person. Now, do I show that I care? Not really. I don't have to. You know what I mean? I'm going to do my part. I stayed in that entire time. The only reason I left is because I'm going back to work now. Yeah. Like, my whole thing about that entire thing was just, let me get your thoughts. I wanted to actually do a piece on the podcast about how this bitch of a author or reporter that this person was reaching for an article. Yeah. And saying, you know what, if I'm going to say this is a hoax, it's going to get some people's attention.
Because there's enough people that already think it's a hoax.
Right.
People have been protesting fucking hospitals and shit, talking about my body, my choice. The same people who say you can't have an abortion are saying, my body, my choice, but that's a whole nother stupidity.
That's the death penalty, too.
Yeah.
They're all for it.
Yeah. But they're out there protesting, not wearing masks, driving by, and you're abusing nurses and shit. Like, they're getting paid to be there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like to be out there protesting, like talking shit to nurses who are putting their lives on the line. You know, like I have a cousin that just flew out to New Jersey to be part of that whole what are they called, epicenter, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that shit's real. I mean, yeah, she's getting paid very fucking large, but she's putting herself at risk, her family at risk. When she comes back, she's gonna be gone for like 8 weeks, and even when she comes back, she has to be quarantined for like another 2 to 4 weeks. Yeah.
At least 14 days.
So I mean, it's real. It's real to people. Like I just did a podcast with a buddy who has family out there in New York, and he lost 6 people. But I mean, granted, they were older people, but still,
was that Bobby Mack?
No. I did another one tonight with Chris Grulon, who's another.
Oh yeah.
He's another buddy of mine.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's cool, man.
But I don't know. I do want to lighten it up. Let's not, because first of all, for most of us, we've been sitting at home. There's nothing else to think about. I know we all got our own hobbies, and we've all been addicted to porn. Some of us I got tired of porn. I got so tired of porn that I actually started looking for the stories. Remember I used to joke about that? It got real.
I thought you already did that.
No, it got real.
Like, you started reading the comments?
Yeah, I started reading the comments, and I was like, how long is this video? 2 hours? This one definitely has acting in it. And I None
of them have acting in it.
Well, I mean, as far as acting goes, but yeah, there's that. Let's Patrick C. Huerta. Let's tell him who you are, man. You got a podcast.
Yeah. I got the BarbacoaCore Podcast. I'm starting to kick it back up because I'm tired of not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to bring on guests, doing the Zoom chat, sort of like this.
Yeah.
And I was doing a podcast with my wife called The Quarantine Buddies. That's on the BarbacoaCore Podcast. She kind of got tired of it. So yeah. So whenever she's ready to get back into it, we'll do it. We'll talk about like all the bullshit we're watching. Because I'm still working. I never stop working. I'm working from home now.
Yeah.
So I'm not losing my shit as much as she is. Like she's furloughed right now.
Yeah.
So like she's like going crazy.
I get it, dude. I get it. People are finding any excuse to get out. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Just any excuse, any fucking excuse.
Yeah.
My dad leaves the house because they ran out of milk. I'm like, you don't drink it. You ran out because it expired. Like, stay the fuck home. He has a horrible immunity. Like anything will kill him. The wind can get him down.
My dad's taking a Harley and like riding across the coast and shit in Florida.
That's still social distancing, though.
Yeah. I'm down for that. If you wear a helmet, there you go. You don't need a face mask.
That's a pretty good way to get out of the fucking house. Just take like a 5-hour like motorcycle ride along the beach.
A killing spree would be good.
Yeah,
that's social distancing. Just go on a fucking rampage.
Like I was all stoked when they're like, "Okay, we're gonna let people work from home." I was like, because I live in apartments and we have a gym downstairs. I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna go to the gym every lunch hour. Gotta fucking get in shape." Blah blah blah. They fucking closed down the gym because of fucking COVID. Everything's closed. I was like, "Fuck, man."
With as many people that are stuck inside playing video games and shit, there's still no like shootings.
Yep, we've been shooting free.
I just read an article the other day where some lady was like, or somebody, I don't know if it was a lady, I think it could have been a guy, I don't remember the author's name, but they were bitching about how video games are the cause for school shootings, and I'm like, well, not necessarily. It's usually the people that go there it's not people that are like playing video games and going to school like, yeah, I can just snipe people from fucking the tree and over here.
They blame video games like they never saw a movie before, like a Michael Bay movie and shit, where everything's just blowing up.
Nope. No one's ever been to a movie theater.
No.
Yeah.
Some fucking Freddy.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, you're still blaming video games. Well, everyone's literally stuck at home right now. I'm surprised there's not, like, a neighbor getting shot if someone's, like, in the mood to shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say school shootings always happen.
Yeah.
Like, the shooter's like, I want to shoot, but 6 feet, man, I could.
Yeah.
Not that good.
Nobody's aim's ever that good. I was just thinking about this recently. Like, if you go to the hood and everybody's got a gun, you always have like that older guy. It's like, you don't need that gun, son.
I think that's just
you're better than that. It's movies, I'm sure, right? It's just movies. But either way, a lot of times those people that have the gun, they always like shake. They don't know how to shoot anyways. Like, go to the range, you'd probably be a little bit more confident with that motherfucker.
Man, they're in the hood. They can just shoot 40s. That's what I would do.
Yeah, it's funny when you see like the drive-by, like the news when they do a drive-by and you see all these shootings, the bullets all over the place. Like, dude, that guy like was nervous as fuck. He couldn't hold his gun straight at all. It's all just random shit. Like, I'm surprised he hit anybody.
Wasn't even the building he was like supposed to shoot at. It just happened to all go that way.
Yeah, and then you hear that it was like some like bystander got shot, lost his life. How sad. Get better aim. You won't be. You'll hit the right person.
I don't know. I think. I mean, it's not like you can drive through a gun range, so you can't practice. You can't really practice a drive-by. Maybe someone should do that. Like,
yeah. Like, why do you want to practice in a moving car? I don't understand that.
Like, we never even thought about giving that to like an option. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, but you just gave me a great idea for a new business.
It is a good business.
The drive-by firing range.
Drive-by firing range. Dude, it's just like going to the Christmas lights when they do in Wingcrest.
Yeah.
You just drive real slow and then
drive through, turn into a certain radio station so you can listen to Christmas music. It's like the best way to do a drive-by, too.
Hit a whole bunch of like inflatable little elves and shit like that.
Play like Here Comes Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Mad Uzis and machine guns.
I'm not pro drive-by and stuff. The closest thing I did, we had
pro drive-by.
I don't think anybody's pro drive-by, but
no.
We had those mortar shells that you put in the tubes and they go up and they explode and all that stuff. Well, we had one without a tube, and so we would drive through neighborhoods and we would light them and throw them out. And there was one time where we were like seconds that mortar shell didn't get out of the car. I was like, you know what? We shouldn't be doing this. This shit isn't safe.
Yeah, because some of them are like a short fuse. Like every 4th of July, you come across that one where you like light it, run away, and it like goes like a quarter of the way up and explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what a rush, dude.
Yes. Yeah. You know what I used to do, Pat? I used to put wooden handles on those tubes.
Oh, yeah.
And we would aim them in certain directions.
That's what Roman candles are for.
Nah, but this is better. This is way better. It's more explosive.
Kill somebody with a mortar shell.
Dude, you could feel it. Like, you could actually, like, you get recoil out of that thing, dude. It's super.
Yeah, there's a lot of gunpowder.
Yeah, dude, super powerful, dude. You like, yeah, you'll grab pussy right after that. So the president would say.
It's just got to be.
I've had
that smell of mortars on your hands,
like gunpowder.
Yeah,
yeah. Do you have a favorite thing to blow up during these special holidays?
Nah. Well, my I don't know if you were talking to me or not. But
nah, you, man. Just talking to you, Pat.
Oh, okay. Now, my family would sell fireworks and stuff, so I got really tired of them pretty fast. I like to watch them, like the Woodlawn and all that stuff, the downtown fireworks, but I don't really care for many too much, you know.
Yeah.
I love fireworks.
Man, selling fireworks. Did you ever go to Mexico when you were younger? I know I've talked about it on the show before, but you?
I went across the Piedras Negras.
Piedras Negras, yeah.
When I was a kid, but no, I haven't gone. No.
So in Mexico, they have hardcore fireworks, like real fucking hardcore. Yeah. They have this one that
you can buy a rocket launcher.
They call them palomas, right? They're just triangles, just newspapers, just wrapped and wrapped and wrapped, and inside they have layers of gunpowder.
Yeah.
And they just put a fuse on it, dude. They are super loud. They put dents in bricks and shit like that, and they have very tiny fuses, dude. People will light them and just throw them up in the air, and it's just. Poof.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It sounds like war. Like it sounds like an actual mortar.
Which would be the best time to do a drive-by because no one would hear that shit.
Jesus Christ.
We're back on drive-bys now.
Back on drive-bys.
Again, I'm anti-drive-by, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot of fun.
I hear good things. I mean, you get away with it.
Even with BB guns. Like, have some fun with it.
Paintball? Drive-by paintball?
Yeah.
That's been done, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a pellet gun would make an impact. Because, like, it's still enough to make you bleed, but it ain't going to kill you.
You can kill an old lady with that.
Yeah, if you hit her in the fucking head.
If she's standing outside, she shouldn't be outside when you're driving. Like, it's dark out. Get inside, old lady.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear the Duck Dynasty guys had a drive-by shooting?
I saw something about it, but I don't know too much about Duck Dynasty.
Really?
Did anybody die?
I don't know. Nobody died, but from what I heard, it was just they just got inside their house. And whatever they shot up was like the areas that they were just standing in.
Who would pull a drive-by in Duck Dynasty?
The gays. They're the only ones I know that have a problem with Duck Dynasty. I don't care enough about them.
They're still mad about that? They're out there with their pink guns?
They were mad.
Maybe. Yeah, dude. Maybe. Yeah, dude. Those fucking like pink M4s that they have at Academy.
Yeah, those are adorable.
They still pack a punch.
Oh yeah, they still do the same thing.
Yeah.
They still get hard at night.
Y'all ever been close to a drive-by before?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. I remember seeing one get away. I was outside getting high, and that really sobered me the fuck up, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I grew up on the northeast side of town, right next to the Glen. So I wasn't in the bad neighborhood, but I was next to the bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody would use my neighborhood to get away and hide in someone's yard or whatever the fuck. We were just bringing in all the bad folks.
Giving them a place.
What about you?
Yeah, I saw a couple, man, at my grandma's house. Revis at 19, shout out. West Side. Like, it was like fucking like 20, 30 years ago, right? But every time I see that house, I'm like, there's some dirties in there. I know that for sure, you know? Like, they still wanted them to die.
Yeah.
But it's so fucked up because, like, I was sitting on the porch, but I had the TV on inside, and it was playing MTV when they had, like, music videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the Red Hot Chili Peppers "Suck My Kiss" was on. So every time I hear "Suck My Kiss" or hear gunshots, I think of one or the other.
It's like certain smells that take you back to certain times.
Yeah.
So let's play a hypothetical. I like doing this with Chris.
All right.
I like messing with his OCD, so I don't know how this will play in, but that's just something I throw in for the audience. You are going to do a drive-by. What car are you going to choose? Let's go with that first.
What car would I choose?
Yeah.
I like to keep it real, like a old school Impala for sure.
Ooh.
Like, if I'm gonna go, let's go legit. You know,
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
be in the back seat. I'm just watching and shit. Like, I'm not driving or shooting. I just want to go like, I was there, bro. You know.
You can navigate. You know what I mean? Like, have the GPS ready.
Yeah.
Fastest route to Whataburger from here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like a lime green Impala already. I can tell. So it's gonna be really
all black, man.
all black. I mean, yeah,
All black Yukon.
This is a planned out shooting, right? Because nobody ever does that. Nobody ever pre-plans a shooting. They're just get angry, get in their car, and go. Like, they're in their hoopties and they're like bright purple. Yeah, we all saw that car.
I'm sure there's blunts and drinks mixed in with that decision, though.
Maybe. Oh, now Jordan.
I don't think anybody wants to do a sober drive-by.
I would. I would want to be
sober.
They can't do it sober.
I would want to be sober. I don't know. When it comes to something like that, like, I want to be level-headed.
No, you kind of want to have an excuse, like, officer, I wasn't in my right mind, you know?
Always got to plead the insanity case.
Yeah, because, like, what was your problem? Like, have you been drinking? Have you been smoking? Like, no. They're like, oh, so you're just a fucking asshole. Like,
just lie and be like, it was my first time doing meth.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking crazy drugs, man. Crazy. Meth is... never done it. But I've seen the effect it takes on people. I don't understand how they just keep going. Like, how are they like, you know what, let's do it again. I like shitting my pants and losing my teeth.
Well, I mean, after a while, it just becomes like smoking cigarettes, but kill for it.
I mean, people have the same problem with chocolate.
Yeah, I don't think many people are like sucking dick for chocolate, though.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's not that strong. You can buy chocolate anywhere. You can't really find meth anywhere.
I mean, you can if you know where to go.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost you way more than... Actually, I think it's about the same price as a candy bar, so...
And you know what? Isn't it, like, cheaper, like, to make meth? Like, make your own meth? People are just laziness. You would think the meth would make them want to, like, to make their own, you know, like, start their own business, start their own fucking...
Yeah, you would think that if you're going to be a meth head, why wouldn't you, like, learn how to make it?
Yeah. Meth is wasted on the meth heads. They're just not doing it right.
So what I'm getting out of this is that if you're a good enough meth head,
you'll make your own shit.
You're on the road to entrepreneurship.
Yeah, if you don't make your own meth once you start meth, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. And if you're not selling it and it's just a personal stash, then you're not really an entrepreneur. You're just kind of a prepper.
You're just saving. Yeah, it's like cooking your own meals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So within your Impala, what's going to be your target? Who would you shoot? We already got somebody that wants to kill the Duck Dynasty guys. I don't have a problem with them, but celebrities are an okay in this hypothetical. Remember, you're anti drive-by.
This is like fuck. What is it?
Fuck, kill, marry.
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill. It's just like that, but we're just focusing on the kill.
We're just a couple of girls drinking wine. We're having a sleepover.
Yeah, like, who would you want to kill in a drive-by? What are you driving? What are you wearing?
Yeah. Who would you fuck in the backseat of that Impala?
Like I said, let's lighten it up, man. Let's stop talking about that goddamn fucking virus.
I don't know, man. I don't have anybody that I want to kill. That's pretty boring. And here's the thing, like, I don't want to be in a drive-by, but if I was, I just want to be on the inside. Like, I want to say I was there, you know?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Like you recorded it on the iPhone?
Yeah. I want to get on. I want my video to go viral on WorldStar. Like, I don't want to get arrested for nothing, you know?
That, and you can use that in, like, you know, in your plea for insanity. Be like, I didn't even fucking shoot.
Yeah.
I have it recorded right here. I shot my camera.
Yeah. I was behind the camera, sir. I don't know. You have somebody you want to take out? Is that a thing?
Someone that just
there's so many options. Religious people that complain about food. So if I can just get a group of them together, maybe like a church barbecue, or you know, right before Nyosa starts, just find somewhere around there, like.
So you're tired of hearing about school shootings, and you kind of like get tired of like that. You were like, you know, that Vegas shooting was kind of cool, but just the wrong audience, the wrong demographic.
Yeah. I'm not tired of school shootings. I just think it's, you know, I just don't think the video games are to blame.
School shootings are so hack. It's so hack by now, you know.
It's a cop out. It's a cop. You just got tired of being bullied, or you didn't study for a test.
Yeah.
I mean, here's my thing. Like, all right, why make it a school shooting when you can just follow them home and like shoot them like anywhere?
True.
Well, I don't think that
unless that many people really piss you off to the point where like everybody has to go, and you're gonna take out his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usually, there's got to be like one person they focus on, right?
No, I don't think they do it to focus on one person. They're just trying to get their name in the paper. They're trying to make something of themselves.
I mean, run across a baseball field butt naked.
Yeah, right. There's other options.
That always hits the news. You're good.
That'll just get you on the news, and nobody watches it anymore.
All right, so you have to like paint an elephant on your crotch or something.
There you go. Now you're
just draw attention to it. Now you're a viral star or whatever.
Yeah. Now everybody could be a viral star on TikTok. Less shootings.
Praise TikTok. Praise fucking TikTok. I have still yet to not get on.
I have it, and I have not actually looked at it or anything. Because it's the same shit over and over. It's just a bunch of different people doing it different ways. It's the same fucking shit. Same song, same dance, same... Like...
I don't get it. I don't have the app. I know a buddy of ours, Davey...
David Jackson, yeah.
He's got viral on TikTok. You know?
50,000 strong.
Yeah, I actually talked to him yesterday, and he was talking about my social media following, and first thing I thought, I was like, he's referring to TikTok, or
yeah, because he says he's not on Facebook anymore, hardly.
I don't know.
Except to make comments.
I mean, he is, but he isn't, right? Yeah, you guys ever do music together? Y'all ever talk about it?
Not well. I didn't know that he played music until the quarantine. He started releasing some music and stuff. Really good, man. I don't know if he has a band name for it and stuff, but he's on Spotify. Davey Jax. I liked it, man. But no, I kind of retired from drums like 4 years ago. But after this quarantine, I'm thinking about getting back into it.
Hell yeah!
Bands will still need somewhere to play
for sure.
Yeah, it's just hard to be in a band the older we get and stuff. But I think if Davey wants to jam out, I think that's good because he's gorgeous looking. So chicks will good. You know?
Oh yeah, man. He's definitely a front man.
Yeah, chicks will buy anything that he puts out and stuff. Even though he looks like he has a belly button ring, but I'll still jam with him.
He smells like potpourri.
Yeah, we were doing this podcast, one of his podcasts actually, and we were talking about like how you sweat like during sex, and he goes like, "Oh,
Oh yeah, I don't sweat.
I don't sweat." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Everything about you is so perfect. I never sweat during sex. Fuck off.
He just has the perfect health, perfect teeth.
Yeah.
He never misspelled a word.
Yeah.
Never lost a sock.
Yeah.
We can go on.
He's cool, but fuck anybody that's beautiful. I don't like beautiful people. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's going to be flattered and
I think he actually listens to this podcast too.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be flattered but slightly irritated.
Nah, he's a cool guy. I dig him. I just hate how good looking he is,
Fucking asshole.
Yeah. I just can't wait for him to get me tooed.
Tooed? It's going to be more than two. It's going to be all of us. Me, all of us.
Not me, I'm a spirit animal.
What do you think's going to happen in the comedy scene? At least here in town. Let's just say here in San Antonio. Like, did you hear about Jokesters?
Yeah, man. I actually shared that thing. I mean, it's pretty sad. Like, she just celebrated her 2 years of being there. I hope she don't lose it. I hope we don't lose it as a place to go. But it's just comedy. Anything with a crowd is going to be the last thing to come back. This year, this year's done. 2020 is done for any type of crowd, concerts, anything so like that. Like I don't even think people want to go to a restaurant or a bar.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's gonna be super busy for us.
I feel like to-goes is gonna take up. Like to-goes will get busier at more places because people won't be afraid to like pick it up or whatever.
Yeah,
but like actually hanging out and shit like that, like no, I won't see it happening that much.
Nah, when shit opens up, like people are gonna start doing home barbecues. They just want to party with people that they know. They don't want to be around strangers. That's gonna be a while before I'm comfortable with being around strangers and shit. So I don't know, dude. Like when it all started, right before it all started, like I was really busy. I was about to do some road shows with comedy, and then I had to say no to 2 shows because I couldn't get time off of work. And I was really thinking like, oh, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks, just because. So I don't want to take time off. I don't want to say like no to shows. I didn't think I was gonna blow up. I just like, oh, I'm gonna start getting shows. I don't want to say no. I just want to take whatever comes my way. And so I was about to put in my 2 weeks at work, and then this pandemic hit, and they're like, oh, we're gonna send you home to work from home. I was like, I really could have fucked myself out of work had I just like quit.
Yeah, for real. First of all, you've been doing comedy what? Not you? Are you at the year mark?
2 years.
2 years? That's what I thought. I saw you on because I watch a lot of Kill Tony, and since the quarantine, I would like watch old episodes.
Yeah.
And I saw you on there on one of the San Antonio episodes. I was like, this motherfucker. You said at the time it was like 6 months in, right?
Like 5 months in, and that's like sporadic. Like that's what actually like pushed me to go back into it. After I got on Kill Tony, like that adrenaline, because it was a fucking sold out show, and I did all right. I mean, like you're supposed to do 60 minutes or 60 seconds. I did like 40 seconds. I was like,
no, that's right. Yeah, you threw your jokes out, and you're like, I'm done.
Because I ran all the way from the back. I was in the last row by the exit, and they called me up, and I ran up there, and I was a fat guy. I'm a fat guy, and so I was out of breath by the time I got up there. So I didn't want to be like, so I did my 40 seconds. I was like, all right, thank you, good night.
Fucking A. But yeah, 2 years in, but like 2 years in, for some will say that's not a lot. Some will say, wow. And, about to do road shows, you were working a lot, though. As far as I noticed, you were working a lot of comedy, and you still had your day job.
Yeah, I was going out every night. Well, I'm older than a lot of people. Like, a lot of people my age have been in comedy for, like, 10 years.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of catching up to do. I had a lot of work to do and stuff. And just a whole sense of urgency, like, I want to get good. Because for my age, it was kind of embarrassing to go to open mics with all these, like, 20-year-old kids, just having funsies at the open mic. And here's this old man talking about his wife,
Yeah.
So like I was dog shit. I was dog shit for the first 6 months. Like it was really bad. So I had to get good so people wouldn't say like, why is this old man like here? Like go home, bro. So I was going out like every night and stuff. It was a year before I started doing shows. Like some people, like I think Vic, we did a show right before this
right before all this at I can't remember the name.
Halcyon's, but that was like one of your first shows or something.
That was my first out of open mic show.
Right on, yeah. But and you've only been in a couple months.
At the time, it was only like 8 weeks, dude.
Oh yeah. And see, that's cool, man. If people want to like hurry up and jump on shows, like that's great. A lot of people do that, but I was just like, I stayed in the back. I really didn't talk to anybody when I started doing open mics, and so it wasn't until I got confident in myself a little bit to start jumping onto people's shows and getting invited onto shows and stuff. So
I have that problem where I have too much confidence and I'm probably not prepared for it, but I just say fuck it and go anyways.
No, man, that's great. That's great. And like if you have that, that's a beautiful thing to have.
Yeah. And I'll sell myself if I have to. My thing is that, with quarantine, I'm sure I could have written more. You know what I mean? I could have gotten a little bit more prepared, but meh. I did and I didn't. You know what I mean? Like I have new stuff, but mainly it's just tags, this and that, and it's different stuff. I wanted to keep away from quarantine jokes. So
yeah, I put quarantine jokes on Facebook, but I doubt I'm gonna put it on stage. And I haven't I'm bullshit. Like I haven't been writing anything because how I would write is like I would write something and then 2 days later I was like, oh, I can't wait to put this on stage to see how it works and work it out, do all the tags. But that's not happening anytime soon. So I'm not as eager or as motivated because of the whole quarantine.
Yeah, there's that too. I kind of needed to go on stage to find out what to do with the joke anyways, because for me it's tags.
Yeah.
Like I'll have like a few words down and then I'll just say it and then go from there. And since I haven't done that, and I'm sure as hell not going to go do any online shows.
I haven't had the itch to do that. I thought you did an online show.
No, I did I guess it was kind of forced, but it was Sauced in the City. Some she's from Vegas, but she hooks up a bunch of comics together just to kind of do networking, and she did it kind of like a game show style, like talk show style.
Oh, okay.
And if you say something kind of like that irks her, she'll put you on 3 minutes on the spot. And I was like, God damn it! I was hoping to avoid that entire thing, but I did it anyways. And I think I even I just riffed the whole time. I didn't even use anything I wrote.
Yeah.
And she did it to me twice. I was like, all right, cool. She even asked me to rap at the end of that episode.
You rap?
No, I don't. She asked everybody to rap. Like, it was me and three other guys. No. I didn't do that. Oh, you know what I did is I have a particle physics book in my shelf. So I just grabbed that and, just opened it up and started reading out of a fucking particle physics book. And then, I skipped over the words I didn't know. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this says. So, yeah. And then, that was it. And that worked. That worked out as far as comedy goes. It was very improvisational. I don't know. I'm next. I don't know how to fucking rap. I didn't even know we were doing this. But I think that was the point of her show, to make it interesting, to see what we would do on the spot. It was cool.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't had the itch to do an online thing yet. I don't know. We'll see. If this thing lasts any longer, I might have to.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some comics break and do it anyways. I've noticed some of them stayed away from it. Then after a while, oh look, they're on this show. All right, well,
yeah, a lot of people are doing it. It's been a month, man.
Yeah,
I'm very audience driven. My best sets have been because of the audience. If they're really into it, then I start getting fired up and blah blah blah. I read somebody posted a comic posted that, if you could do this online thing and you could stay in the pocket and stay in your zone, that you have it. And I was like, no, don't have it. I need the audience to have it.
Yeah, I think they're two different entities, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think online comedy, for one, it shouldn't be too long. Because it looks like you're trying to humanize yourself, and that you're trying to get people to not kill you. You know what I mean? This is why you shouldn't murder me. And then you just try to make people laugh. You're not getting any response back, and then the hostage situation is over. Like Michael Che said, it looks like fucking hostage footage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
And
have a laugh button.
The comedy should be a little different too.
Yeah.
Right. It shouldn't be like whatever it is that you say on stage should not be the same.
I think online comedy now is more like improv and like sketch.
Yeah, it should have
is
a
the
group
best
involved.
way to sell it right now. Like if you have good skits or sketches that you want to act out, record it and whatever.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
that's the kind of shit that makes me laugh. Like watching people try to tell jokes to nobody.
Yeah,
and just you know what I'm saying.
It's a good way to get the creativity out there, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any sketch ideas? Have you thought of anything?
A buddy of mine, Joey Smith, he's been wanting to do sketches for Battle of the Sketches. I think they extended their application, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we throw around ideas. I'm like I have no idea how to shoot a camera, how to edit, how to do any of that stuff. But we've been throwing around ideas for sketches.
You
but
can
it's all just
all on your iPhone now.
Yeah, yeah, right.
You literally can.
But that's what's funny. Like I see a lot of people doing sketches and like not. I guess they're sort of TikTok videos, but like just little videos. So that's good. If I do get back into anything like that, it'll probably be something like that. But at the same time, like I need to know that I'm going in the right direction, so I'm not looking stupid. You know. And that's what I need an audience for.
Haters gonna hate. They're always gonna be there. Just fucking move forward.
Like, believe me, if I wasn't working, I would definitely be trying to get viral on TikTok. I would be peeing my pants. I would be eating peppers. I would be doing all that shit if I wasn't working. But I'm preoccupied with my 9 to 5 right now.
Fair enough. You don't have to answer this, but is your podcast, is it monetized? Are you making anything off of it?
I don't think it's monetized. Like, you got to get like thousands of plays and shit, right, before it gets monetized.
You can force it through.
Depending.
No, for real. You can force it through. That's what we did, and it has it's gonna have a lot of low moments where you're gonna feel like shit because it doesn't go through. But I mean, we've made very little money, minimal, off of this show. Yeah, but I mean, it's something, and you better love what you're doing, and don't expect your family to listen. Those are the things I've learned about podcasting.
No, well, the thing about my family listens, which is like really bad because I talk about a lot of shit. The whole reason why I did my podcast was just to promote, because I started my podcast before I started doing comedy.
That's right.
Because I wanted to network with people. I wanted to get to know who I was going to see out there once I went out there and started doing open mics. So that's the whole thing about that. I mean, my best episode has got like 150 plays, and that's huge to me. I mean, that's not making me any money, but that's pretty huge to me. But yeah, I really do it just to network with people, to get to know them and stuff. Because I'm very introvert. I don't talk to people at shows or open mics and stuff unless they show an interest to talk to me. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why with the podcast, I was like, oh, you want to talk for an hour? You know, at my place and stuff.
It's crazy, right? I mean, we're on that same boat now. People know you now. You know what I mean? Like you're definitely recognized in that community now, at least through my perspective. So you're doing fine. And now we're doing that. And Chris hasn't even gone on yet, and he's very introverted himself, aren't you? Aren't you, Chrissy?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's him. He's very introverted.
Yeah, very much so, actually.
And I'm not. Like I can go back and forth. As soon as I get home, I'm an introvert. Yeah. And I'll fucking go on do not disturb and turn on my video games and leave me the fuck alone for about 8 hours.
That's what I like to do. Period.
But when I get out there, I get real conversational. People don't even know who the fuck I am. I'm like acting like I've known them for years. I don't care. Like I don't even care if you don't like that about me. I'm gonna be here, and that's deal with it.
One problem that I have, and it's probably my fault, or it is my fault. A lot of people think I'm an asshole. A lot of people, because I like to.
Really? I have never once thought that about you. I have met some people, and I've thought they were assholes, and then they turn out to be okay. But
I won't be. Are you being sarcastic? I don't know if you're.
No, I know that's I'm very dry.
even at our show, remember, like, and I love Davey. Davey's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sexy as shit. But at that show that we did, our last show, I talked shit about him when he came off stage, and I mentioned as a joke, but he had like a lot of friends there, and I was like, oh, I bet you they think I'm serious. And
well, I mean, I hope not.
You hope not and stuff. Like we were talking about this one joke that I did at LOL. It's kind of a race joke, whatever.
My favorite.
Your favorite.
I wonder who wins.
And I started off with that joke because there was a lot of black people there, and they were on fire. They were loving everybody. I was like, oh, they're gonna love this joke, and they did not. They did not, and they didn't like anything I said after that because
of that one joke you started with.
Because of that one joke. Because they didn't realize, like, oh, this guy's an idiot. This guy just says dumb shit, rather than like, And I get a lot of that from people that just see me for the first time or that may have known about me, and then they see me, and then I'm talking shit to people. They're like, oh man, you. That's pretty mean. Like, you're a mean person. So that's one thing I'm gonna try to work on if I ever get back out of this quarantine. Like, I just gotta be nicer to people and like let them see me who I am first before I start calling them like idiots and fucks and all that shit.
I was surprised you even talked about masturbation.
Why?
I'm
so good at it, dude.
How could you not talk about it?
I know. How could you not? But we had talked a couple times here and there. I don't think we ever saw each other perform until that show, right?
Yeah.
And when I heard you and I heard some of your jokes, I was like, I didn't expect you to say those things because I actually saw you as a nice guy. I was like, he probably has cleaner humor. He's cleaner than mine.
Oh, I wish. Some of my favorite comics are clean comics, but I'm just not. I haven't mastered that yet.
That is just not you.
Just do you. Here's what I noticed: the clean comics are usually dicks.
Yeah,
they're usually real dicks, and then it's like the comics that have like the worst jokes, the most fucked up things. They usually real down to earth people, just like real nice to everybody, respectful, hold the door for you and shit.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole and I love it.
Yeah, you are.
You're an asshole on stage too. Is that like?
I'm an asshole in real life. Yeah. Yeah, that's not like a stage presence. That's just my presence.
No, I do it like as a.
But I'm funny about it. Oh, I just do it because I'm an asshole. Like, I say things. Say things that people usually don't tell other people, like when they first meet them or anything like that. But I really don't care.
Are you like me? So what I do is I have a smart mouth as a defense mechanism, and it gets me in worse trouble.
Yeah, like I try to be like, if like say we just met for the first time, I would say something like really smart aleck but asshole-y, as if we've been friends for 10 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know how you talk shit to your best friend, like you say like the ruthless, most fucked up shit, but because y'all known each other for like years and years, like he gets it. I treat people that I've just met within that first minute as if we've known each other for 10 years, and they're like, I don't want to know you at all, you know.
Now you mean in general, just like
your makeup?
Yeah,
like girls, and that's like the first thing I've ever said to somebody.
I like complimenting things that I know they're subconscious about.
Right off the bat that I don't care.
Yeah.
For meeting this person.
You see a girl and their nails look like shit and her hair looks like shit. You get compliment them on it.
I'll point it out. Dude, your hair looks like shit.
Couldn't brush today. I see.
Like this, we just met. That's how you're gonna introduce yourself? What the fuck?
Like, oh damn, you gave up, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, you think you're offended? I have to look at you.
Yeah.
That's the best way to introduce yourself. Yeah, I did the same thing. I do the same thing at least at the comedy clubs. When I go out, I say if I'm going out for a drink. Yeah. I get my drink. Until I'm a few drinks in, I don't really go out or talk to people. But this guy has seen me get a little buck wild.
Yep.
I openly talk about having a drinking problem. So I even stop drinking before I go on stage.
It's not really a problem if you know about it.
Oh, it's a problem still.
Yeah, I can't perform when I've been drinking. I've tried it a couple times because I love drinking, and it makes me so at ease. But by the time I get on stage, I'm just, I was like, fuck. It's a waste because you get so mad at yourself because you've been there for like 2 hours waiting to go on stage, and then your 5 minutes is on there, and you're just fucking shitting the bed because you're fucking drunk. So I don't drink when I'm out, which is that's why the quarantine is killing me because now I'm drinking all the time. Like I got nowhere to be.
There's nothing else to fucking do.
There's nothing else to do.
No, man. Nothing else to do, nothing else to look at. Like I've taken like social media breaks because I get so sick of.
I've been playing a lot of games on my phone.
Yeah, you have. I don't know what else to think of, man. Like you can only go to the park so often if that's what you do. You know what I mean? You can only, do another trip to the store because that's going out right now.
Yeah,
it is going out to some people. That's.
Oh, did you see Walmart put like directional things in the stores now?
Yeah,
they got one-way streets.
Yeah. What's really funny is that when I went to Walmart last time, I noticed them on the floor and nobody was following them already. Like they saw them, like me, I saw them and I was like, oh, okay, I'll respect that. Everybody else like didn't give a fuck.
It's Walmart.
They can't read, bro. They don't know how to read.
They don't. They look at the arrow and they're like, "What letter is that?"
Yeah. This is aisle Z.
Yeah. I think that's something we should keep. Keep Walmart. Try to keep it organized.
Yeah, that should be always. That should
just be always.
Yeah.
Different lane for like your kids.
Organized
like a carpool
on Black
lane.
Friday when I got my TV and shit.
Yeah.
Like I walked in, they had arrows pointing everywhere.
That's what this is right now too. It's like Black Friday every day. At least at HEB.
Yeah.
Those poor souls.
Nothing's on fucking sale.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Oh, I bet you could get some pretty good deals on like TVs and shit now. There's got to be sales at places, right?
They brought them down because of those stimulus checks, man. They're like, oh, they're gonna spend the shit on some stupid TVs.
True. I did not get a TV. I should have.
I haven't got a check yet, man.
You haven't gotten yours either? I haven't gotten mine.
Nah, I pay taxes, so everybody who gets theirs, it's because they get a refund, a direct deposit refund. But I pay taxes every year, so I don't get shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you avoid it too, huh? I'm just kidding. Can't say that here. The 60 people that'll listen to this episode.
I quit smoking. That's a good thing. I was always waiting for the opportunity to quit smoking, and like it seems like a pandemic that threatens your lungs is a good time to quit smoking. So I was like, I'm gonna quit this.
Well, I've read conflicting articles.
That what?
That
it's better to smoke right now.
That it affects less people who smoke.
Really?
Yes, I've read both articles. I'm sure they're both by stupid people, but there are two articles out there.
Yeah, it started getting too expensive, and
Did you do the whole calculator thing where you looked at how much a year you spend on just cigarettes alone?
Nah, not at all. It wasn't really that bad. It was more of a social thing, and then an alcohol thing. And I was like, if I'm gonna up like my alcohol intake, I can't keep up with my cigarette intake. So I was like, I'm proud of myself just because my alcohol goes up, but my cigarettes are down. So that's a win for me, man.
That is a good win, though. To knock out something that's hurting you, yeah, man. I'm proud of you. Fuck yeah, because that's not an easy one.
No, smoking's probably
smoking is for some reason it's difficult. Now I've heard some things like it's no different than just being a little hungry. When you're craving a cigarette, like it's just no different than being hungry. They just
affiliate that with people who quit smoking usually eat more.
Oh, that is for sure a thing. That is for sure a thing.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it when people try to quit alcohol? Like an AA meeting? Have you ever been to one?
No.
So these people are just downing coffee. Their ashtrays look like ass, dude. It looks like you're back in the 70s. And it's usually held at a church, right? That's the funny thing about it. But like their ashtrays are just loaded, and they're just like one after another. I'm like, yeah, you guys are doing fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I've always wanted to go to an AA meeting, but nobody would tell me where they're at.
They're anonymous, bro.
Exactly.
Just go to any church.
Usually around like 7.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I don't want to quit alcohol. I think we have a really good relationship and stuff. And
you don't have to quit to go. I mean, you don't want to tell them that, but you don't have to.
I heard it's a good open mic, the AA meetings.
There you go.
There you go.
Let it out.
You can make up some fucked up stories there. They had no choice but to believe you. You were drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a fucked up relationship with alcohol. For me, you know how like some of your friends, some guys have that one woman in their lives that you just can't get away from, that just destroy their lives. I'm looking at you.
And that's liquor for you.
Liquor is that for me. Liquor is that, like, you know, she's that ex that just fucks me up every time. But when we hang out a little bit at a time, we have a good time. You know what I mean? She lets me pull out.
Yeah, but you drink on a daily basis.
Not anymore. I'm trying to fucking take it easy.
Yeah, that's right. You've kind of toned it back a little bit.
It's mainly the hangovers, dude.
Oh, they're the worst, especially during the quarantine, because it makes you so depressed.
Jesus Christ.
Why do I even wear a mask anymore? Just spit in my mouth.
Put some vodka in there first.
Yeah.
Let's get a Bloody Mary going, actually.
Yeah.
Bird feeder style.
The worst, yeah.
That's really the thing that gets to me the most. I say it every time, like, I just don't want a hangover anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just keep drinking and then the hangover after that? God.
I think if you drink enough and eat and balance it, I think you can kind of like not have a hangover by getting drunk right away.
What are you drinking right now, Pat?
I just finished some tequila and some Lone Star Lights, but I like to mix it up. I'm on a diet right now, so I mix up the Lone Star Lights with White Claws, because they're gluten free and they're strong and they go down so smooth.
Yeah, well, I mean, like they're like basically like lightened roofies, right?
Yeah.
I like their style.
I'll switch it up between tequila to sanitize, and then I get whiskey for the soul. Yeah, man. But I will finish a bottle, like a handle, in 2 days.
Goddamn.
So
if I wanted to,
that bad. It's that bad.
If I wanted to, I'd probably be right there with the shot glass, sitting at the table, listening to some fucking Zepp. Just drink it away.
I drink every day, but I only drink hard on the weekends because I hate working hungover.
Makes sense.
And I won't drink while I'm working. Like, but as soon as 5:30 comes, like beer, boom. So that's how I know I don't have a problem. There's beer in the fridge, but I don't drink it until I'm off with the clock. So
I like that. Yeah. I like that. That's like me. Like I won't jerk off in my bed until my room's clean.
Unless you're feeling dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so stupid. That's good. I like that. I'm married, so I do all my business in the bathroom.
Yeah. See.
Oh, you're polite.
I know. All nice and proper about it.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed though? On a hangover, I perform a little like at work. Because I'm a waiter, I actually do a little bit better with my customers. I guess it's because I'm just like and down to earth. You know what I mean? I'm just so like relaxed and just
like, hey, what the fuck you guys want?
Let's get this over with.
Let's wrap this day.
I tell them what I really think about the food. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna like that because then I'm just gonna end up remaking it for you. Like And then I've had better. I've only done it with open mic, but I've had better sets hungover. And I think it's probably the same reason, too, because I'm just like, let's just get these jokes out of the way so I can go home, fucking eat food, fall asleep. It's weird, dude.
This so I can say I was there.
If that was really the case and I were to go run with that, like I need to be hungover to perform well, I'd probably be dead by like 42.
Yeah.
I
have to take a shit before I go on stage. Like, if I take a shit, like, I'm going to have a good set.
It's like a ritual.
So it's kind of like the same thing. Like, I don't like it. It's. Have you been to the Jokester's bathroom? I mean, I don't like it. But yeah, I think I have IBS too. So when the nerves start kicking in, I'm like, oh, there it comes.
Ooh yeah.
But those are my best sets. You know, when I have a dirty butthole.
You're like, I'm only gonna wipe once.
It's well, at Jokesters, you don't have a choice, really.
Like, I'm about to shit on this stage.
Nah, I love Jokesters. I'm just
kidding. Yeah, Jokesters is great. I have my fingers crossed for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know a GoFundMe can only do so much.
Yeah.
People still do that? I thought there was like other sites.
That's what they have going on right now. And I don't know if it pertains mainly to like the back room where we do comedy. I think they're talking about the bar as well, right? Like the bars where it's really.
Well, it's Southtown, man. Southtown is so expensive.
It's so supposed to be, right? Like it's.
Yeah. Like all the bars, they're like Bar America, they're not doing services, but I don't know if they're still doing it, but they open up as a grocery store because they're still getting their shipment in, their toilet paper, their paper towels, their plates, whatever. So they open up as a grocery store just to keep money coming in and help the neighborhood too, but still.
Yeah, because then, when fucking Walgreens and H-E-B are out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I've seen toilet paper in Walmart in like a month. I think the shelves are still completely empty.
Yeah.
Like you can see right through it.
It's insane. People are still hoarding. It's either that or it's just not coming in as fast. That's one thing I'm not seeing that much.
Shipments of toilet paper?
Yeah.
I think they're coming in.
Yeah, you can find the cheap stuff. Dollar General is always loaded.
There hasn't been a riot yet over toilet paper, so people are still buying it.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I stopped thinking about that. I've been stocked up for a little while. I think we've been pretty good with it.
Yeah, I don't know why people have to panic buy.
Y'all roommates? Y'all live together?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, y'all hate each other yet?
No, actually, I barely even see him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Sometimes we use the podcast just to catch up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And then
it's good to be quarantined with something that you like or can stand.
Yeah, that's for sure. I know you're married, so I don't know if you're trying to send a message out there, but she probably.
What's that shit they post on Facebook? Like, hey, if you're being abused or whatever, just tell us what kind of soup you ate for lunch.
That's fucked up, dude. Yeah, I did read something that like the domestic violence went up, because everybody's staying home, but now
because they can get drinks to go.
Yeah. Well, that's a funny thing too. Like I've said this a lot of times, but like me and my wife were about to split up right before the whole pandemic started.
Ooh.
Like just with our schedules were just really fucked up and stuff. We still love each other, but we were just like on living different lives. And then everything shut down, and it fixed our marriage, man. Like everything's like really good. Like everything got really good until our AC went out. Our fucking AC went out in the apartment, and we started fucking cussing the shit out of each other. Like, why don't you shut the fuck up already? Like you're just talking, it makes it hotter in here.
Oh man, I've been there. Just
but
random arguments. That's good, man.
I think that's the worst thing that could ever happen to an apartment.
What?
This AC going out.
Yeah.
That's like my apartment could flood. I don't give a fuck if I could turn the AC on and not be 105 degrees. It's cool. I'll fucking dip my feet in water the whole day.
Yeah, dude. It was pretty the worst. Well, they still haven't fixed it. They brought us a portable AC unit, which is a lifesaver for sure.
Dude, I love those things.
Those bitches
work. Then they work so good. Well, I mean, what sucks is like they're running nonstop, but it's so cold in here. It feels fucking good.
Your apartment get down like 59 degrees.
Yeah.
With those fucking things.
Am I the only one here that likes window units? You guys like window units?
No.
They don't work, man. They don't do
care
it
for them.
Okay, so if you're a little high and maybe a little drunk and you're sitting right next to the motherfucker, you're out. Try staying awake.
That's how you get coronavirus, bro.
That's the problem. That's the thing I have an issue with when it comes to the hotel rooms. Is the AC is always too fucking loud because it's like those the bigger window units.
It's white noise to me.
I can't.
Yeah, same.
A fan is white noise to me.
You are weird like that, though.
An AC is a little bit. It's like the decibel. I'm gonna have to put a fucking pillows over my hamster cage because he's fucking loud.
You're suffocating your hamster.
Yeah,
kinda. I mean, he's got little lungs. He's got plenty to last while I sleep for 6 hours. Fuck that.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
And I'm not worried about getting corona from a window unit. Maybe hepatitis, by the way.
Someone just coughs right into your fan, just blowing AC and shit. You really want to fuck with people? That's what you do. Is just stand over their AC units and cough.
Cough into it. You can do way worse things than that.
That's true.
I saw that video, or a video of that protest that was going on, and there was this crazy guy that's just going up to random people saying, "I'm not afraid, cough in my face," and all these people just kept just strangers kept coughing in his face, and I was like, "Oh
What
man,
the
I hope
fuck
he's dead."
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Man.
Like, even if you don't believe what's going on, don't have people, strangers, coughing in your face.
I feel
like,
guilty now if I swallow wrong and cough somewhere. I feel like everyone's gonna judge me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You have to explain your cough nowadays. It's really shitty. Like,
Yeah.
a smoker's cough.
I'm a
smoker's
smoker. I was choking on my spit.
Swallowed wrong.
Yeah. So I went down on your sister.
Yeah.
Still kind of in my beard a little, you know. So
The pubic hairs, not
Yeah.
hairs.
That's when you start.
These are crabs. I actually have throat crabs.
Gross.
Say anything else other than Corona, and they're like, "Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine." They just kind of giggle a little. But if you say Corona, dude, it's like the new terrorist.
That's what a virus is?
No, I mean, like the word terror and terrorist and terrorism was like thrown out so much that we feared it.
Because
Now it's the Rona.
Yeah.
Just like one day, I don't know if I want to see it or maybe be around for it, but like something like really crazy, like supervillains, or just like murderous clowns, or zombies, or fucking like aliens, like something real crazy for us to really worry about.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to like live in that comic book way.
Yeah.
There's like a villain and like a superhero arises.
Yeah.
Just handles shit.
Yep.
But like never kills him. So we get to relive it like once a month.
Except for this world, the superheroes will be the people. Why not?
No.
It's like, no. That's not going to sell tickets. Nobody wants to see that.
That's not going to do a trilogy.
That's not. Do you trust enough people to be?
No,
Yeah,
not at
no,
all.
exactly.
Not at all. Not even a little.
Anybody who has TikTok is automatically taken out of the superhero pool.
Oh, goodness.
And Snapchat. That's got to be out too.
Oh, it's like 13-year-old girls that use that shit.
Yep, so they're out.
Yeah. Do you have a Snapchat? Did I just call you out?
Nah, my wife does, but I don't have one. I don't know how that works.
Snapchat is for people to show their dicks to people that are married.
Oh, really?
And,
I thought that was Craigslist.
No, they got rid of Craigslist, all that shit.
I have a Craigslist joke, and every time I say it, people are like, "They don't do that no more." I was like, "Stop being a creeper at my show."
They don't heckle anymore either.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They don't have that personal ad on Craigslist shit anymore. And then they had Backpage or Backstage, Backpage.
Backpage is gone.
Yeah, that's gone too. That went around the same time as the other ones. Now there's you have to pay. What is it? Fans only.
OnlyFans.
Oh.
Man, yeah, but that's safer for them, the women.
True.
Why? Because there's money involved?
That and
I mean, if a stalker wants to find you and he's a computer nerd, all he's got to do is find your IP address and he's going to hunt you down and fucking stalk you.
True. I watched this Netflix documentary called Hot Girls Wanted. You guys ever seen this?
No.
Mm-mm.
It's basically they follow a few porn stars or like new porn stars. Like they follow them when they first start. They start living with their agent. I think it's like Florida. And they even explain why it's Florida because in California, the whole condoms and HIV breakout thing. So like Florida doesn't care, so they all live in Florida now.
It's like Miami and Key West.
Yeah.
I totally believe it.
So they start with that, and they start following these girls, and it starts out real cool. Like they start making a little bit of money, and then after a while, they start getting asked to do like the really violent videos, and then they end up not making that much money. Like I did porn for like 5 years, and I'm only walking home with like two grand.
How do they make money now? Like everything's so free, available, and all that stuff. Like why would that's not a business anybody should go into for the money. You got to do it for the love.
Yeah.
It's so sad but true.
This is my
funny.
side job.
Yeah.
I just dabble in porn. Yeah, so they brought that up. I'm glad you asked, Pat. So the budgets ended up dropping because all the money's only coming from like advertisements and like online. You know what I mean? Like Google ad service basically.
Yeah.
And
Pornhub changed the game.
Yeah, so they had to like hire really talented producers that would work for less. And it was funny because they're like, "What do you need? Like, what do you mean really talented? Like they like to actually put this whole story together and this and that? Because if you pay for porno, we don't. But if you did, you get the full story. You get like, you know, like how did these two meet?
Yeah, back in the day, you paid for porn. You had to get videos or DVDs somehow.
Yeah.
Before computers
or magazines.
You trade with your buddies and stuff. That's how I got my videos. I remember my first video that I got in high school. It was called "Red on the Head Like the Dick of a Dog." And
somehow an attention grabber.
That sounds like the title of a kid's poem.
Sounds like there's some dog about to fuck somebody is what it sounds like.
What was weird is that at the end somebody gets like scooped up by an alien, like transported like they do on Star Trek. And I was like, do I gotta watch this whole thing from the beginning? Because I don't even know what this means. I didn't have to, but that's what happened.
They just jump to random scenes. Just a filler.
Somebody just got beamed up from something. I think it was the same video. I don't know.
Some guy was like, dude, should we end this movie with a like facial or a chick getting abducted by aliens? And somebody was like, aliens.
That was the focus group, right?
That's how we're gonna end this shit.
Could you imagine being part of that panel for like the focus group of a porno?
Yeah, what do we need?
I would love to be part of that. I would love to be part of that.
They have like cartoon characters drawn up for the whole thing too, like a movie's like the cow or a Mickey Mouse character. They're like, did you like him more? Or Alexis Texas?
Yeah.
Usually it's always the real women.
Yeah.
Usually.
You think Debbie did all of Dallas by now? There's like 72 movies like that, right? Pretty sure there's like different generations of Debbies too.
I've never seen any of
it. Can't be the same Debbie. I've heard of that. Of course, everybody's heard of that. Like they throw it out all the time, but I've never seen one Debbie doing anything.
I've seen a Debbie Does Dallas.
So it's like James Bond, where the actor changes every decade.
Yeah,
I think one of my first pornos. Little Debbie. I think the first porno I ever saw was like some 70s like corny one where everyone had hairy bushes and like curly hair. There was always a pool involved.
Yeah.
Or a pizza delivery.
No, I never even saw pizza. I've looked for pizza delivery ones because I've always wondered how that went. I never actually saw one in like a movie before. Those weren't the movies I was going for, is what I'm saying.
It inspired me to start doing delivery, but it's for Jason's Deli, not the same type of people in the porno.
Yeah, never once when I delivered pizzas did someone like, well, I mean, I could pay you or I could just blow you.
Never once.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
So you need to start delivering something that entices younger people. Like, obviously pizza works, or you can work for like Tiff's Cookies. You know what I mean?
I guess right now it would be like a DoorDasher or Uber Eats would be the perfect one. They're already ordering what they want.
That's what you gotta make. That's the next porno: DoorDash and Dick.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's like Dine and Dash, but
Dick Dash.
Dick Dash.
Yeah.
Dick Dash.
Someone's jacking that.
There you go.
Is that the slogan?
I think someone's going to end up stealing that.
Someone's jacking that?
Yeah, that could be it.
Jesus Christ. I love where always goes the porno on this show. This is why it has to. This is why I even looked up. So I was like, I did this little like couldn't fall asleep. I had many nights where I couldn't fall asleep during quarantine. And I watched that documentary I talked about. And I was like, you know what, let me find, because one of those porn stars lives around here.
There's like a shit ton between Austin and here.
Great. They're not on the Netflix.
No.
Yeah, but it is. I'm not going to give the name. If you want to find out, look up that documentary, I guess. But she lives in the New Braunfels area, like in between here and Austin. I was like, okay, she quit this, and I'm wondering if we can get someone like her on our show and just put us in our place to stop talking about porno. Just make us stop.
I don't feel like if we had a porn star on this, I would be able to not talk about porno.
You have to. Yeah, what else are you doing here? Yeah.
I'd be like, just so you know, like, nothing else is important. Porn.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure y'all could do that. I mean, like they're all like on like the pay sites anyway. Like as long as you pay for her time, I'm pretty sure she could be on your podcast.
No, I feel like
I mean, dude, it's only like $15 an hour. We've paid for worse.
For less, yeah.
For less too. Definitely for less.
Yeah, I spent a lot more than that.
My body always tells me to know it's going to last longer, especially if I pay for it. Like premium porn. My body's like, you're going to treat yourself this time.
Ever like rent a porn off of like one of the like Dish Network channels or something like that?
If it's not on my credit
card. You get like 24 hours. You're like, man, I really got to watch this as much as possible.
Then why pay for it?
Just haven't. Yeah. Like I'm getting my money's worth. 17th viewing.
Hotel porn sucks. It really does.
I've never done that for fear that it would show up on my on the bill, on the invoice. Never
it's
done
pretty.
It.
It's pretty discreet.
If you're not doing it for your business, who does it care? You're afraid the guy at the front desk is going to be like,
judging you.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we had bestiality porn, guy. Good job. Here's your bill.
Yeah.
What was that joke? I don't remember if it was a joke or something I heard on stand-up, but I'm just gonna. It's not mine. But there was one that was like, "Hey, can you disable the porn or something like that?" He's like, "No, we just have regular porn. You sick fuck."
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's in a movie or something. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Yes. But yeah, dude, the hotel porn always turns out to be like super softcore. You know what I mean? Like you're paying so much for what if you just go on your phone, you get way better shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is like before porn.
This is basically like a movie that you watch on HBO during the daytime. Like you don't know any of the actors, and you're waiting for it to get interesting.
Like the Penthouse channel was pretty raunchy back in the day on like the satellite TVs and shit.
I never watched it.
I know that for sure.
Pat's nodding his head. He's like, "Yep,
like
he's right."
Filthy MILFs 53, and they're like, "Damn, dude, they're really going at it."
Yeah. Yeah, I had an uncle that had a legal cable box, and I would order all the time.
Oh, the descramblers, you remember
channels,
those?
Dude,
yeah.
Channel 99.
Yeah.
If that's what you wanted to watch, that you didn't get to pick your porn. Like whatever was on there is what you wanted to watch.
That's true.
It's all the same to me, you know.
Porn is porn.
Porn is porn, but that's when the actors were good at it because they were getting paid.
They were good at it because they had to fake it. There was nothing going on. They were like faking it. They were in it. Like
they were. Yeah.
Well, they could be picky back then. Like I only do these types of scenes. I only do these types of scenes. Now it's like, sure, 17 guys.
It's just like comedy.
Just take what you can get.
Here's what I think's gonna happen. I don't know if you can agree, Pat. I talked to Davey about this yesterday, actually. Like, say LOL, for instance. Like, it hasn't been opened, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna follow the same guidelines as Alamo Drafthouse and not open up right away. I mean, that's the smart thing to do. But being closed for so long, knowing that they've built up rent. They probably did get a stimulus, but the stimulus has to have a certain amount of guidelines. So they probably have people cleaning it up and all that stuff and getting it ready. What I would say they're going to do is shut down open mic for a little while and just do like Monday through Thursday, get their most experienced comics that they can find, and just do shows to keep getting paid and try to build up that rent.
Yeah.
So it would still... Anybody like, say, like myself that hasn't been doing comedy long, I'm not going to be able to find a spot in my... like. Back at LOL for a little while. It's almost like starting over.
Yeah.
The good thing for me is that
Good
thing for me is that it's, you know, I'm still new at it and I can just shove myself back out there again. But like, it is going to be like a pushback for most people. So if you were on your way to do a tour, you might be settling to help out these comedy clubs here in town because without them, we're nothing.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah. Hopefully, big name comics like they know that these comedy clubs are important, so they'll start doing those comedy clubs instead of theaters, just to bring the people in. You know, they'll make more money with the theaters, more people in there and stuff. But hopefully, I mean, we're just talking bullshit out of our ass. You know, we don't know how the business works, but I mean, that's what these clubs are going to need. They're going to need big names, low ticket cost to get the fucking crowd in there. Just take pay cuts, you know.
I think they'll do a lot of open mics just because it'll draw people in to spend money there, and they don't have to pay anybody to fucking do the shows.
But people won't start crowding for open micers. They'll come out for fucking like big names, Chappelle. I don't know. They'll come out for like names.
Yeah, the smaller places and shit like that. I mean, all the comic groups that are here in San Antonio, like all the people that go to normal open mics, the big groups of people those are people that are going to test their material and they're buying drinks and stuff like that when they're hanging out and stuff. I think that's still going to be pretty popular.
Yeah. And at the same
people
time,
are going to want to get out there.
All these big comics, like, they're not going to be ready to go to theaters. They need to work out their stuff somewhere, so why not work it out on, like, the improv stages?
And
like
smaller
clubs. I don't know. I would hope that they would try to do their part to help the comedy clubs come back to life, you know?
Yeah.
And because nobody's going to start going unless there's big names to see.
Yeah, because then again, you're risking. You may feel like you're risking a lot just to go out, and if you're gonna do it, you better be fucking entertained. I don't think. My thing is, I guess it's not gonna be just like it was right away, at all.
No. It's definitely gonna. 2020 is done for any type of entertainment, any type of extra activities. 2020 is done. You know, open mics are gonna be held in backyards. Barbecues, you know what I mean?
Movie theaters.
Somebody's birthday party.
That I read today, Universal or was it AMC had a problem with Universal Pictures or something like that because they released the Trolls movie straight to paid streaming, and they made a shit ton of money off of that. So and they breached the contract or something like that, or one of the theaters didn't like the way they went about that, because they're going to start doing both. They want to start doing both, where you can either go to the movie theater and see it, or you can sit at home and you can stream it.
Okay, yeah.
And that pissed the movie.
Stay home. Yeah.
And that pissed the movie theater place off, and they're like, "Well, we're no longer going to show Universal Pictures at our movie theaters."
That won't last. They're gonna have to. They're gonna need them.
Yeah, I want to know who that was. I'm gonna look that shit up real quick.
You're gonna look it up.
But yeah, of course they're mad about that. I mean, they're taking out the middleman. You know, like.
I mean, I was already doing that. I have a Fire Stick that I jailbroke, and so if I want to watch something, I'll just deal with it and watch it. Right now, nothing's going to come out. Nothing new is going to come out anytime soon. So right now, everything that comes out is like good quality, or you can already watch it. Like if you have all the streaming services, you're pretty set right now. I don't know. Are you binging anything?
Binging, to be honest, dude, we've been catching up with keeping up with the Kardashians.
You're kidding?
No, not at all, dude.
Whoa.
At first, I was like, "This is fucking ridiculous," but now I'm like, "Oh my god!" But we just started, so no spoiler alerts. Kanye just got introduced to the Kardashian family, so that's where I'm at in my catching up with keeping up and stuff.
AMC movie theater.
Netflix. I just finished watching Waco. Have y'all seen that one?
I heard about it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's like a limited series, like 8 episodes, 9 episodes. When I went through that like real quick, it was fucking great, dude. The thing about that is like it was written from two perspectives, like one from a survivor from the inside, and then one guy from the FBI. But the FBI guy fucking hated the ATF and the FBI, like how they did shit. So he was probably like they were both like dogging how it went down and shit. But it was pretty cool. David Koresh, he's cool with me, man. I'm down.
I would have joined.
I'm waiting for May 4th.
I would have, dude. There was this one scene because apparently he was jamming. He was like in bands with people, and he met this drummer, right? And he just randomly, well, in the movie, he like just met him at the bar. It's like, hey man, you want to jam with us and stuff? And then afterwards they were chatting, and he was like, you know, man, you could tell a lot about a person by how he plays his music. Like you play very loud, very aggressive, as if you weren't loud or aggressive enough, everybody will just forget about you. And I was like, dog, like that's exactly why I play drums. That's why I do comedy, because I got to be loud with something, dude. I was like, I would have joined this guy real quick. Like,
you would have had the punch.
Yeah.
The thing that gets to me that I find funny about like any Waco documentary or TV show or book, it's always just called Waco.
Yeah.
And that sucks for the town of Waco. Like, they could be known for anything else.
How else are you going to, like, 9/11?
Yeah, they don't call it New York City.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, the Waco incident. Yeah, the Waco incident is known as just Waco. Like,
that's true.
That sucks for Waco. I don't give a fuck about them all that much. But if I lived in Waco, I'd have been like, man, like, we got Baylor.
Think about Columbine High School. High school is always going to be known as, like,
that sucks for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know where Columbine is, but I know what happened at Columbine.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, that's just what it's always going to be.
Yeah. They probably have, like, great restaurants, good culture, for all we fucking know. The cheapest hookers, you know what I mean? Like, none of them have STDs. It could be anything.
Well, if they marketed that, maybe that wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, but no. That's the first school shooting.
Cleanest hookers in the world.
I think the point is Waco needs to step their game up. Like, that's the whole thing. Like,
that's what we're saying, yeah.
Put yourself on the map. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I think they just make a bunch of money off of that because people want to stay there and document.
Probably. They're probably capitalizing on it for all we know. Again, we're bullshitting.
Yeah.
They're
like, it was like the worst thing that happened to us, but it was the best thing that happened to us.
Yeah.
That little money hungry, like.
Yep. Well, what do you say? What do you say we go ahead and wrap it up? I think bullshitting about all that was plenty.
Yeah, man. This was fun, man.
Hell yeah.
You want to tell people where they can find you?
Yeah, man.
Media,
plug yourself.
Your podcast.
Plug myself. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Patrick C. Huerta, and then the podcast, the BarbacoaCore Podcast. You can find it at all the sites you find podcasts. On the website, www.barbacoacore.com, and yeah.
You know what? Yeah, whenever we started that little quarantine cast, I think you were one of the first ones we put up on there too. So.
Oh yeah. Thanks for doing that, man. That was a great idea. You shout us out, problematic, willful ignorance. Yeah, that was a great idea, dude. Thanks for doing that.
Quite a few. And then, did you get involved in the Currents? I know the Current did something.
Nah, man, I got beef with the Current, dude.
Tell us. No rules here, right?
So before, like I said, I retired, whatever, from playing drums about 4 years ago. My last show was at the Maverick Music Fest downtown, and we played at the Arneson River Theater, and we were a band called The Signature, right? And we were loud rockers, whatever. And the Current, they wrote about it, and they just shit on everything. they're like, because we played at 420.
Yeah.
And they're like, nobody wants to hear screaming on such a beautiful day. Why are you just out there screaming at these people? And then if it's a good show, if I have a good show, I would throw my sticks out into the audience.
Yeah.
But because a river separated us, I just threw my sticks into the river. And then the cool thing, some kids went and fished them out, and then they caught up with me and they asked me to sign their sticks. And I thought it was great. It was like a great feeling to have. Like, these kids were all excited to meet me and get my autograph or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the current just dogged it. They're like, and then the drummer threw his sticks in the river, which was kind of rock and roll but mostly funny. And I was like, well, fuck you, dude.
Well, shit.
Well, fuck the Current for that one. Shout out.
No, mean, they give a lot of people props and stuff, but they just don't like me. But not personal, but they talk shit about my art.
Yeah, you put effort into that.
Yeah.
And then they go and giving people that don't put any effort into things, and they have full articles.
Yeah.
But as soon as they put me back in there for something nice, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I love the Current. Always have, always will."
Greatest people ever.
Yeah.
I got no beef with them right now, personally.
Yet.
Yeah.
They gave me a shout out during quarantine, so right now they're on my good graces.
Oh, you got a shout out? Good for you, man.
Yeah, it was the whole what was it called? The whole social media thing, jokes that everyone was doing. I don't know if you remember that one, but that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I did talk shit about them too, about that. I retweeted that one, and I was like, "Oh, thanks to the Current, now everybody thinks they're a comedian." I'm a nice guy. I swear to God, I'm a nice guy.
You have to let it out somehow, man. If you're not letting it out through jokes, then then what are you gonna do? You end up beating children and shit like that. So, you know, you're saving people by talking shit to them. So I'm all for it. You're still a nice guy in my book, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
It was a pleasure meeting you and having you on the show, sir.
Yeah, this was fun, guys. Good luck with everything. Your merch, man. Merchandising. You're fucking killing it with that shit, dude.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, you saw that.
The design stuff.
Yeah. we have a graphic designer, and then we just get creative whenever we feel like it. The neck gator.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, man, you get some rest. I know we did this at kind of a later hour than some.
That's cool.
But we all have drinks to have right now.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night. Laters.
Appreciate it.